Let us welcome His Excellency Mr. Anis Rashid Baswedan, PhD.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. His Excellency mentioned Mark Watts, the Executive Director of C40, who are participating from a distance. Emilia Sais, the Secretary General of UCLG, and fellow mayors, governors who are coming from all over the world to the city of Jakarta. Let's give them a round of applause. It is indeed a great pleasure to both of us to welcoming all of you to the city of Jakarta, a city that is extremely diverse. It represents the diversity of Indonesia, a nation with more than 270 million people. And this is a city of 11 million. But no groups of Indonesia unrepresented in this city. So this is a city that is diverse, yet we are also grateful that this is also the city where unity is being felt by everyone. So as much as we embrace diversity, we are embracing unity because it is as important as diversity. And I'd like also to welcome all of you to the meeting of U20 as one of the early participants of U20 in 2018. I've seen the development of conversation within U20 since 2018 all the way to 2022. And we have been experiencing collaborations. And if I may share, Jakarta has declared ourselves as a city of collaborations. We are creating that as our brand. And in the spirit of collaborations that is also felt in the U20 sessions in every year, I might also say that our team, who have worked very hard prior to the summit, discussing the communique, talking about issues, they have worked extremely hard. They may not be on the stage giving speeches, but they are actually working very hard, making sure that collaboration is actually taking place. Let's give them a big applause. And throughout their work, they have been able, our teams that work on this for months, have come up with 3 strategic priorities to be discussed during the summit. It is about health and housing as a cornerstone to economic and social recovery for all. Everyone here understands that the past 2 years we experienced pandemic, and we need to recover stronger, we need to recover faster. And those are one of the area of 3 that is being proposed to be discussed. And then we are also facing the world that has experienced tremendous pressure because of our economic development. Yesterday I had the privilege of having conversations with Mayor Ahmad Abu Talib that share his experience about the drought that is happening in Netherlands, but not only in Netherlands, it's across Europe and perhaps among the worst for the past 500 years. Climate change. This is an issue that we all are facing. So sustainable energy transition, equal access to sustainable mobility for us in the city, are the second issues that we'd like to be addressed in the summit. And then city, the third issue, city is about people. What make a place a city is the populations of that particular area. Without the people, we're not seeing cities. And education's future of works, ensuring equitable and equal access to job markets in the cities were something of importance to all of us. So those 3 issues have been discussed, and we would like to hear the wisdom of local leaders, the mayors, the governors, that have gone through extensive service, extensive stewardship in their local governments to address these three big challenges that our team have discussed in the past few months. And if I may share my own experience, I used to serve in the Ministry of Education. I was initially serving in the area of education as university professors, and then serving as Minister of Education. At that time, we are, being a minister, we address policy issues. We address challenges across Indonesia and making sure that policies were right. But we are dealing more with paper. As I serve in the governorship position, I have been dealing more with people than paper. And that's the difference. This is rather unique compared to Pak Tito. Pak Tito, you started dealing with people all the time, serving as a police officer all the way to the chief of the national police. You have been dealing with people all the way to the top, and then you dealt with paper. Our experience was the other way around. But what's also interesting is this. We are dealing with day-to-day problems. We are dealing with real issues that is being felt by people. And I must say, needless, even though we all know that we will be facing more and more people living in the urban area. So what my friends Ridwan Kamil mentioned earlier, that he has a lot of people living in the rural area, but it's also the fact that we will be seeing more of them coming to cities. So cities is where much of the world problems is located. When it comes to climate change, it is the city that contributes significantly to greenhouse gas emission problems. It is cities that often been largely producing waste, and many of these environmental-related issues were created. But and also cities where the pandemic started and spread faster. It's also in the cities. But let's not forget, but it is also cities where innovation, breakthrough, creativity were created. So let's look at cities not only as places where the global challenges were located, but it is also a place where solutions and breakthrough were located. So we do hope that the spirit of collaborations, which is among all of us here, is not only between government, but also collaborations with people outside government. We invited everyone, and our approach in Jakarta, we said, let's treat government as collaborators and treat our partners, so the citizens, the NGO, the universities, the think tanks, as co-creator. And we're working in collaborations to handle much of the challenge. So we are seeing cities as opportunities despite the fact that there are many challenges. What we often overlook is the fact that this is where solutions, this is where the highly educated, highly trained, creative individuals were residing, and allowing rooms for collaborations will produce new ideas. And we all understand that the traditional approach of a one-size-fits-all is no longer relevant. Symmetric approach to problems is no longer the answer. We will need unique solutions. So we do hope, as the host of U20, that the summit that we are now having will be a place of exchange of idea, exchange of experience, exchange learning. So mutual learning is truly happening. And we're delighted, we're honored to have mayors, governors that have served not only so many years, but strong commitment to the people, and they all were participating here. So it is indeed, again, on behalf of the people of Jakarta, the government of Jakarta would like to welcome all of you, wish you a productive sessions, and inshallah, the U20 that you're experiencing is among the best of U20. Thank you.